hoping you're going to see this. I'm not sure where they are, but there's Hector's dolphins have been accompanying me the whole time I've been out here. Of course they're not going to come down since I'm filming, that's typical. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I've just come from back there, which is, oh, here they are, they're going to come right past. They clearly like the paradox, quiet, getting along about the same speed with that. Well, no, that's not true, they can swim much faster. But yeah, back to the story. So I've come from there, which is Pigeon Bay. It's took me ages to get out of there, and I'm heading up the coast, and you can see God ahead in the distance, but I'm going to go into Port Levy actually, so not too far from here. Pretty much, I think around that point that I can see, that's kind of that separate rock. I'm pretty sure that's it. We will see. Anyway, it's probably a maybe an 8 knot northeaster out here, so it's quite fine. We're getting along quite nicely. It's a bit of a swell out here. It's all kind of confused. There's nothing consistent. It's quite, the swell itself is flat, but there's, you know, there's a bit of up and down. So downward straight into Port Levy is what we're doing now. And we've just come from out there. So, and look at that, I've got my friends back again. Those Hector's dolphins are still hanging about. That's interesting. Well, I didn't expect that. I had to reef coming down here. There's northeasters coming straight up this Port Levy, and it was quite strong just back there, and I was worried I was going to end up with breakage, air breakage of my rig, so I had to scandalise it, but yeah, scandalise it works well, so I'm still getting along at about a bit over 3 knots, and yeah, it's much more relaxed rather than things getting overpressed. So yeah, and yet so far I discovered that the mud here on this mud flat is over knee deep, sinking right down to my thighs, so clearly the only way to get to shore would be to swim over the mud, which is not an inviting prospect. So I'm in the very back of Port Levy, and the wind is now starting to die down a bit, which is nice because it was really very strong coming through here, blowing, you know, gusts were coming in here at 15 knots plus, so yeah, it'd be nice to have it calm down. Hopefully a westerly is forecast for tomorrow, which means pretty much should be coming down the valley, so when I leave in the morning I should be just pushed straight out. Let's hope so anyway. Very lumpy out here, so if this westerly 7 knot westerly should drop away, it's going to be bad. But at the moment I'm doing 4.5 knots, and that's Lyttelton back there. I've just come out of Port Levy, which took an age as usual, and I've just got to skate down the coast here, and I'll probably have a dreadful time getting back into Pigeon Bay, but as long as I can just get through the heads, that's the key thing. Once you're through the heads, even if you have to stuff about for ages, at least you're relatively safe out here. I mean, it's fun, but I'm well aware that if I should have a rig failure or anything like that, it's not going to be good. I wonder what the swell height is. Don't know. I don't think I've been out in, I can't remember being out in conditions where the swell is at times is as high as it is here. So, but anyway, you know, we are making good time, so I think it should be no problem to get back into Pigeon Bay from here. Ever since I saw this little lagoon at the campground at Pigeon Bay, I've wanted to dry out and spend the night at it. So that's what we're doing tonight. Well, this mud flat, this lagoon, the mud in it acts as my own security system. Probably no need to lock the boat, because coming in here is absolutely horrible. And you can see I have to wash my feet and a lot of fooling about before I can get in the boat. So last night I had a seal accompany me. I could hear him come up quite close to the boat, and he sat there for ages. I could hear him breathing, and I saw him earlier on in the day down by the bridge there, and I think he was a sea lion, an adolescent male sea lion probably. And he was big, so he wasn't as long as the boat, but boy, he would have been a good half of it. And yeah, and I thought if he decides to take an interest and wants to push me about, he's going to be able to do it. So he could probably smell me, I think, smell me in the boat, and that's why I was trying to work out what the heck was going on. Anyway, there's the campsite there, and the water's coming, so I should be afloat within the next hour or so, and then I'm going to get out. As soon as I'm afloat and can move, I'll get out. This is where I was. It's Pigeon Bay down there. You can see there's a boat coming in. That's pretty much where I was. And I came from Port Levy, which is to the left hand side of the photograph, left hand side of this video, and about 10 miles or so up the coast.